Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison's Favorites. Today we're filming a little late because we've been super busy with Thanksgiving and stuff, and yesterday was Black Friday, so yeah, some games already happened, but I made my predictions already, so I'll just go through the games that already happened, and then we get to the Saturday games. So, and our first game that happened is Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. It was a really close game, how I thought it was at first, but I knew that Ole Miss's offense would prevail, so that's why I picked Ole Miss, and they ended up winning. And this might be Lane Kiffin's one of his last regular season games with Ole Miss, because I think today he decides if he's staying at Ole Miss or if he's going to LSU, and I think he might go to LSU. I don't know why he's announcing it now, because Ole Miss is gonna make the playoffs, so I don't know. And if Alabama loses today, they're gonna make the SEC championship, so I don't know why he's announcing that. If he's leaving now or if he's staying, because I think they should wait till the end of the season. But yeah, that's just me. But Ole Miss looks pretty good, and I think we might be able to make a run in the playoffs. So, and the next game, it was Utah versus Kansas. This was actually a really close game. Kansas was winning at one point, but kind of how I thought it would go. Utah picked Utah to win, and they won. So, and then next game, Georgia versus Georgia Tech. It was a pretty low-scoring game. Both offenses couldn't really do much, but Georgia pretty much dominated them on defense. And yeah, Gunnar Stockton didn't play the greatest, but still got enough to win. And Georgia's in the SEC championship because Texas A&M lost last night. So now it's Georgia versus Alabama or Georgia versus Ole Miss. But that depends. That Alabama game tonight is so huge because it can change the whole playoff bracket. If Alabama loses, another one of those bubble teams gets in, and that'll probably be Miami or BYU. So, and now Texas has a case to get in, and if Michigan somehow beats Ohio State, then Michigan has a chance, and if BYU wins the Big 12, then they're in automatically. So there's just a crazy scenario where it's just a lot of teams have a really good shot at making the playoffs, and that 10 to 11 spot, those last two spots are gonna be really hard to get in. So yeah, Georgia looked really dominant, so I took Georgia to win, and they won. So, and our next game was Indiana versus Purdue. Yeah, it's a blowout, how I expected it to be. So yeah, and then next game was Texas versus Texas A&M. I picked Texas A&M. They lost, and yeah, Texas had a really bad first half, but they really played really good in that second half. And yeah, Texas has a shot at the playoffs, but it doesn't look like they're gonna make it. And Texas A&M's fine. They just didn't make SEC championship, and they probably now. I mean, they might still get a bye. They'll probably be the 5 seed now. I bet Texas Tech will probably go in. I bet Indiana or Ohio State will probably be 1. Indiana will stay 2. Georgia will probably go to 3, and then Texas Tech will probably go to 4, and then Texas A&M will go to 5, or Texas A&M will be at 4. So. Yeah, not a huge loss for Texas A&M, but it really hurts losing to your rival especially against Texas. So yeah, I was really rooting for Texas A&M, but couldn't get the job done. Our last game of Friday games was Arizona versus Arizona State. Picked Arizona State, didn't win. Yeah, it's just I almost picked Arizona, but it's just I trusted Arizona State a little bit more at home, but yeah, their offense has been really bad, and I think it's because their quarterback's hurt, and most likely Sam Levitt's going to go to the transfer portal this year, so yeah, Arizona State, this is like they're probably going to be decent again next year, but yeah, I kind of expect them to win that game, but didn't really come out on top. And our first game of today is, and by the way, I got 84% last week, did pretty good, and I should have done a little better, but Illinois sold me against Wisconsin, and yeah, there's all my games are pretty much upsets that happen, so yeah. But first game of Saturday games is Ohio State versus Michigan, the game, college game day coming. I was just watching it earlier, and yeah, realistically, this shouldn't be really that close of a game because Michigan hasn't been that great this year. I mean, they've been good, but it's because their schedule is pretty easy, and offense has been really a struggle for them. They have no pass game, really, and that's what scares me. And yeah, yes, Michigan somehow beats Ohio State, Ohio State fans have no excuse because this is supposed to be Ohio State's year. Last year they won the Natty after they lost to Michigan. They're the number one team right now. It's supposed to be their year, and if it's supposed to be their year and they still lose to their rival that's not having their greatest season offensively, is just crazy. So it's at Michigan. It's gonna be a close game just because it is the game, but I'm taking Ohio State to win and finally break the streak of 4 straight losses against Michigan. So I think they finally get a win, even though last year they should have won, but they played terrible. But yeah, I think they get it done this year. So I'm taking Ohio State. Our next game is Texas Tech versus West Virginia. Yeah, this is a pretty easy one. Sorry, Granddad. I gotta take Texas Tech to win this one. Our next game is Miami versus Pitt. Pitt just beat Georgia Tech. That was actually very surprising. Georgia Tech has... I thought Georgia Tech was a little fraudulent, but I didn't think they would lose to Pitt because Pitt just got blown out by Notre Dame. But, you know, now Notre Dame blew out Pitt, so now kind of is Miami's job to prove that they might be still better than Notre Dame because there's a really huge debate going on between Notre Dame and Miami. And, I mean, Notre Dame deserves to be in front of Miami because Miami lost to 2 unranked teams. Notre Dame might have lost to Miami, but they only lost by 3 points, and they only lost to Texas A&M by 1 point at the beginning of the year. So, like, Miami's lost to 2 unranked teams, Notre Dame's only lost to 2, so I think that's why they're ahead of them. And, yeah, if Miami, I mean, Notre Dame beat them by, like, 30-something, so now Miami's got to beat them by 30-something to kind of show that they're on, like, the same level, but I think it's going to be way closer than, I don't think it's going to be as bad as Notre Dame, so I think Miami's good. I think they do kind of deserve to make the playoffs, but it's going to be really hard for them. They're not going to be able to really make the ACC championship. It's going to be a long shot for them. So, yeah, they're going to need, like, one of SMU or, no, they need Virginia to lose to Virginia Tech to win and win against Pitt. So it's just a long shot for them because we all know Virginia Tech's not that good this year, so that's going to be really hard for them to beat Virginia. But, yeah, I'll take Miami to win. It's going to be a little close, kind of close, but I think Miami win by probably 2 scores, so I'm taking Miami to win. And our next game is UCF versus BYU. BYU's been very good. Everyone doubted them last week against Cincinnati, and I took them to win. They blew Cincinnati out, and yeah, I really like this BYU team. They're really good, and I'm taking BYU to win. I think they have a good shot. They have a shot at winning the Big 12 championship, and sadly, if they don't win the Big 12 championship, I don't think they make the playoffs because even though they only have 1 loss right now, they're not in. That'd be their 2nd loss, but it's just some of the other teams have way better resumes than BYU, so I think that's why. If they lose this game, if they lose in the Big 12 championship, that they will not be in. So, yeah, BYU's got to win the next 2 games here, so I'm taking BYU to win. Our next game is Oregon versus Washington. This is going to be a pretty close game. I was honestly really confident in Oregon at first, but now I'm kind of thinking at Washington it's going to be a little closer. And Washington, I forgot, has actually a pretty good team. They just underperformed against really good defenses, and Oregon's got a good defense. I think Oregon's going to be able to shut down Washington's offense enough to win, so I'm going to take Oregon to win, but it'll be a close one. And our next game is Vanderbilt versus Tennessee. This is a huge game. Tennessee honestly kind of needs this win just because they haven't beat a top 25 team all year, so this is really something they need to win to kind of make the season feel a little better for them. And Vanderbilt, they want to have a shot at the playoffs, and they need this win. But after Texas winning last night, it kind of lowers their chances because Texas beat them, so it looks like Texas will probably jump Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt's got a really hard shot to make the playoffs, but if they beat Tennessee, that's a pretty good win, but I think even with the win against Tennessee, I don't think they get in. But I think Tennessee's going to win at home, so I'm taking Tennessee. And our next game is Virginia versus Virginia Tech. This one's going to be, I think it'll be a little closer. It's a rivalry game. Virginia has not beat Virginia Tech in a while, but this is Virginia's year, so I'm going to take Virginia to win, and they will clinch their spot, I think, to the ACC championship, and I think it'll be most likely against SMU because, I think those are the 2 1-loss teams. But if Virginia somehow loses, then it'll be, and Miami wins, it'll be SMU versus Miami, which would be crazy. So, yeah, I think Virginia's going to win this one, though. And our next game is OU versus LSU. Very excited. We got a huge win last week. That was offense did not look great, but that field goal block was really the game changer. I didn't watch it. I didn't get to see it happen, but I did see touchdown right after it was. But I saw that we got field goal block, and then like 2 plays later, we got a 87-yard touchdown. That changed the ball game, and I think we just need to give the ball to Isaiah Santega more and Jared Kanik and Deion Burks. I think we need to just feed the guys more. And yeah, it just wasn't a great offensive game, but Missouri has a really good defense. So, but special teams has been playing lights out as of late. And yeah, I think if we get like 1 or 2 turnovers in this game, we'll be pretty much wraps. LSU's pretty injured, and we are still injured too. We're missing our Mason Thomas again this week, but I feel like he's kind of resting a little bit for playoffs, hopefully, if we win. So, yeah, I mean, right now it's all I'm just thinking about is just win. I don't care how we win. I don't care if we win by 3 points. Just win, because then we'll make the playoffs. It's just win and you're in situation. It's just easy situation for us right now. So we just gotta take care of business. I think we'll win. I think it'll be a pretty low scoring game. We both have pretty good defenses, and yeah, if we get the offense rolling, I think we have a really good shot at national championship. It just depends, but yeah, right now we're projected to play Notre Dame at home. That'd be a really good game because one of the best run offenses against one of the best run defenses and one of the best defenses in the country. That'd be an amazing game, and I would love to watch that game. And yeah, I really hope that happens because that'd be a really good game. And yeah, all we gotta do is just win out, and we're in. So I'm gonna take us to win. I think it'll be probably like 24-13. Be kind of a close game, but be a little low scoring. So LSU's got a really good defense, so don't be shocked if it's super low scoring. But I think turnovers, special teams, and more offense from us will be the difference. I'm taking OU to win. Our next game is Alabama versus Auburn, the Iron Bowl. This game, I don't know what's gonna happen because it's the first time in 11 years since they played at Jordan Hare at night. It's gonna be chaotic. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's right week. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take Alabama barely, but Alabama, if they lose out of the playoffs, and Kalen DeBoer might be on the hot seat because Alabama fans do not like not making the playoffs, and this will be their 2nd year in a row. So this is a really important game for Alabama because if they lose, it gets another opportunity for a different team to get in, like Miami or BYU or Texas. But if they win, then they're in. If they win, they're in the SEC championship too. So that's another big thing. You win SEC championship and you play against Georgia, so you're basically in because you shouldn't get dropped out if you lose the SEC championship because you're playing conference championship games. So yeah, it's a big game. I think it's gonna be really close in the first half. I think Auburn might be winning at half, but I think Alabama will barely prevail. Be probably 21-17 or something. It'll be a really close game. So I'm gonna take Bama to win, but I'm kind of rooting for Auburn just because, I don't know. I just kind of want Auburn to win. I just want to see a crazy playoff scenario. So I kind of want to see other teams get in. I just want to see how it would work out if Alabama loses. So I kind of want to see what happens. So I kind of want them to lose, but I'd be fine if they win. So, but I'll take Alabama to win. And our next game is USC versus UCLA. Yeah, USC suffered a loss against Oregon last week. Pretty tough game, and yeah, I'm taking USC to win this one pretty easily. Our next game is Tulane versus Charlotte. This is an easy game. Tulane looking like the favorite to win and win the American Conference and be the Group of 5 team, and playing against 1-10 Charlotte. This is going to be an easy one. Taking Tulane to win. And our next game is SMU versus Cal. This is going to be an interesting game. Cal's been kind of the upset team, and at Cal, it's a dangerous game for SMU, but I like SMU. They've been really sneaky this year, so I'm going to take SMU to win this game. And our last game of the regular season is Notre Dame versus Stanford. Notre Dame's been really good, and this is going to be a blowout. Notre Dame's going to basically lock themselves in the playoffs, and just watch next week and see how the conference championship game goes like they do every year, because they're independent. They should just really join the conference, but I mean, they're in the ACC for basketball, so they should just be in the ACC for football. But I mean, at least this year they scheduled hard opponents in the non-conference, so it wasn't as bad. But yeah, I'm gonna take Notre Dame to win. Well, that's it for the regular season. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and make sure to keep those horns down. Bye.